The book I read was Sally. It's about a girl named Mibs and how when she turns 13 and her family get a power called a savvy. But when her father gets in an accident, Mibs figures out she can wake him up. But her and her oldest brother, Rocket, are at the hospital and her two brothers can't drive. How are they ever going to get there? Her grandpa won't drive her, so they have to sneak away. But it's her lucky day. Mib spotted a truck at her birthday party. It was headed to the same city as her father. She is on this trip with her older brother Fish, her younger brother Samson, her friend Will Jr., and his sister Bobby. But when the bus is headed the other way, it is not good, and Mibs figures out that she is not able to wake up her father. This is funny and fantastic. I recommend this book to people who love adventure, fantasy, and comedy. I would rate this book a 5 out of 5 because it had everything I loved in a great book, and I understood a lot.
Hello, my name is Gavin Oliveris, and the book I was reading is called Number the Stars. It is about this one girl, Anna-Marie, her sister, and her friend. The Nazis took over Denmark and eliminated some of the Jews. Anna-Marie's friend is a Jew, and so is her family, so they go to Anna-Marie's uncle's house and hide from the Nazis. The Nazis came to Anna-Marie's uncle's house when all the Jews were escaping Denmark to go to Sweden. Most of the Jews got to Sweden. 2 years later, all the Nazis were gone, and some of the Jews came back to Denmark. The genre of this book is historical nonfiction. I thought it was interesting because it is a part of the history and had lots of interesting facts. I would rate this book a 4.5 out of 5 because it had some of its disappointing parts in the book.
Hi, my name is Taylor Jonah, and in the month of February, I read a book called The Graveyard Book. In the story, there is a young boy named Bod. Well, his real name was Tommy, until his parents got killed, and two vampires found him and took him to raise him. Now he is living in a graveyard, trying to learn their customs, such as disappearing and teleporting and running very fast. How will he ever survive? Will he survive? You'll just have to read the book. I would give this book a 4 out of 5 because this book was great and it was a real page turner. I would recommend this book to anyone who loves thriller, adventure, and scary books.
The book I read this month is called The Underneath by Kathy Poe. The Underneath is about a castle cat who was abandoned by her family and is about to have kittens. And while she was wandering the forest that she was abandoned in, she comes upon a house with a dog chained under it. The dog usually barks at animals and warns them to stay away, but he lets the cat under the house, and they become great friends. Another story is going on at the same time. It is about a snake buried under a tree in a jar. I recommend this book for all ages because it was a really, really good book. These two stories come together at the end, and that makes the book even better. I would give this book 4.5 stars out of 5, only because the beginning was kind of hard to understand.
Hi, my name is Owen. In the month of February, I read a book called Old Yeller by Fred Gibson. It is about two boys and their mom. Their dad goes on a cattle drive for money, and the oldest brother, Travis, takes care of his little brother, Arliss, and his mom. Then a few days later, a stray dog comes, and Travis doesn't like him, but eventually he learns to love him. Now rabies is going around where they live. Travis has to be alert for it, but Old Yeller gets in a fight with a wolf that has rabies. What will happen next? Read the book Old Yeller to find out. I really enjoyed this book. I would recommend it to kids who love dogs and history. And I would give it a 4 out of 5.
A Long Way from Chicago is about a boy named Joe. Every summer he goes to his grandma's house in Illinois. Each year he does a special activity or something else happens. In between chores, he likes to buy a pop called Knee High. Knee High is an orange flavored pop. Joe can also buy Dr. Pepper, but he thinks it tastes like cough medicine. There is also a grape flavored pop, but he doesn't like that either. I would give this book 3 out of 5 stars. I would recommend this book to people who like Lifetime books.
I read a book called Sarah, Plain and Tall by Patricia McLachlan. The main characters are Caleb, Anna, Papa, Sarah, and their dead mom. The setting is the character's house. The genre is realistic fiction. The book is about Caleb asking his older sister Anna about his mom. His mom died the day after Caleb was born and wanted to hear about the woman he never got to know. Papa came home from a trip and announces that he put an ad in the newspaper looking for a wife or a mom for Caleb. Caleb writes letters to his friend Sarah to solve his situation about not having a mom. I really have no positives or negatives because I can't read the author's mind. You just have to read the book. I can say that it won the Newbery Medal, that's the award for children's literature. This is also an older book, so it's printed in papyrus, at least what I heard. I would recommend this book to younger readers beginning to read chapter books.